Hey guys, happy Easter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, um, we're going to talk about uh, loan submissions, items needed to be submitted to get your loan processed, approved, closed, and you happy. So, we're going to talk about loan submission. What is loan submission? These are everything you could need to send in to get your loan started. So, what are these items? Depending on what kind of service you're doing, you're going to need particular documents. So, if you're doing a commercial loan, they're going to need particular documents. So, what you're going to see attached below is I'm going to have a sheet of the items that are going to be needed to get your loans, to get what's needed to be submitted. So, for number one, and this is probably like the biggest thing. I don't want to say it's the most important thing, but if you're like an interest rate fighter and you want low interest rates, blah blah blah, then you got to submit your taxes. If interest rate is not your biggest killer, then they're not gonna. Taxes aren't really a big issue when doing commercial. All right. So, number one, um, you have to get your taxes sent in. You need your last 2 years of tax returns. And when I say your last 2 years of tax returns, um, that means we're in 2020, so we're in 2021, so 2019, 2020 in this case. You know what I mean? Now, I know you can probably be in the process of getting 2020 done at this time and whatnot. If you don't have 2020 done, then it'd be 2018 and 2019. All right? But you need the business tax and you need the personals. Now, if you do like a Schedule C, you only need to send your 1040s in. Okay? So 1120, 1120S, 1065, Schedule C. Okay, so all your business taxes. And then you're going to need your personal 1040, your personal taxes. So when you do your 1120, 1120S, there is something, you get a W-2 and you get the remaining profit of the business sent over to your 1040. So you have to have a 1040 for the for whatever loan you're trying to obtain. So your taxes is number one. Number two, you need your bank statements, at least the last 3 months. Now, if let's say you're doing a special program, you're doing like a bank statement program or something like that, then they're going to need at least 1 year, or they're going to ask you for 2 years, depending on which one works best for your scenario. So then in that case, they'll ask you for 24 months or 12 months of bank statements. But when you're doing a regular loan, it's typically 3 months, and it just keeps going every month as you go. So every month you get every new month, a new bank statement should be sent there. All right, new month, new bank statement. New month, new bank statement. Okay, should be sent there. All right. Um, Next, you're gonna need an ID. Okay, you're gonna need a valid ID, state ID, your driver's license, something valid. Okay, and it cannot be expired. Do not send an expired driver's license over to us. We're gonna send it back. Okay, so you're gonna need a valid ID. Okay, they're gonna need your social security number. Okay, to attach it. So, all right. So in this case, anybody who's on the loan, they're gonna need that information from. If you're not on the loan, they don't need anything from you. Okay. If you're on the loan, they're gonna need driver's license, social security. Okay. So we got tax returns. We got at least minimum of 3 months bank statements. Okay. And we got driver's license or ID card, and then we got social security. All right. Next, okay, we're gonna need your corporation. So, and if you're in the state of Florida, you go to SunBiz. We just need that page, wherever your corporation is that you're gonna close the loan under. So, so just download that page, send it in, or give the broker, whoever you're working with, the name of the business you're working with, and then they can download the corporation for you. But we're going to need the corporation, who you're going to close it under. Okay? Once you have that, send that in. All right? As long as we have that information, then we can line it up. Okay, this is who they're going to close it under. Okay? The other thing you're going to need, all right, if you don't have it, reach out to me and I'll help you get it situated, is your operating agreement. The operating agreement, all right? When you do your corporation, a lot of businesses, they typically don't have an operating agreement set up. Why? Because they don't know. So when you do your corporation, you want to have your operating agreement set up. Okay? So what the operating agreement is going to do is going to talk about the owner, it's going to talk about the percentage of ownership, and it's also going to talk about who all is involved in the ownership. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link down below, so you can shoot me any questions, or if you want to have somebody from my team get your operating agreement set up, we can work that out, and then we can discuss the details of what it's going to take to get you to get that done for you. All right. So your operating agreement. That's another thing. All right. So you have your tax returns. Typically 2019 and 2020. If your 2020 is not filed yet, then it's 2018, 2019. Okay. You have the bank statements, the most recent 3 months. Okay. Depending on the program, and your broker will be able to go over that situation with you. Your account executive, your broker will be able to discuss that with you and get you on the right path. All right. Depending on the program that you're using, you want to have that in check. All right. We got tax returns, personal and business. We got the bank statements. We got the ID. We got the Social Security card copies. That's everybody that's on the loan. Okay, if you're not on the loan, then that's not for you. And then we got the corporation and the operating agreement. Once you have all those documents in, you can send those into your broker, and they can begin with the process in helping you execute the property purchase. Now, if you own the business. If you don't own the business, then we're gonna ask for like pay stubs and stuff like that. If you own the business, you're gonna be able to see the capital that the business is making. One of the things I always tell business owners is have their books, because in some instances we may ask for a year-to-date profit and loss, just the current year. And when you have that, that's going to help you a long way. All right. So year-to-date profit and loss, it's nothing negative. It just gives you an idea of how the business is currently doing. Okay. So with that being said, those are all the items that are needed to get the business situated. Okay. Now, I'm gonna talk about certain things that are key. Let's talk about if you have like rental property. Okay. So if you have rental properties, all right, anything that's making you income, it's gonna be needed to be shown. Okay. We're gonna need the address of the property. We're gonna need to have some sort of rent roll of the property to show that, hey, this is how much is being made. This is what they're paying it to. Okay, so all these things play a huge part in getting you set up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little link below that'll get you a rent roll application, so you can have your clients fill it out, and then you can send it over to us. Okay. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like us, and follow. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my best every day to ensure that I give you something to go to work with. All right. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk soon. Bye bye.